there. Today I'm going to make a card using Raisin Boat stamps. This is a new product for me. I'm giving it a try. You can purchase stamps from them, or you can do a rental program. And the rental program is a lot like Netflix, where you sign up for so many sets per month, and you do a pick list of the ones that you would like to have, and then they send you stamp sets off your list. And when you've finished working with them, you return them and get more sets depending on how many you can have out per month. So it's a really seems like a really nice concept, and they're really great products. This particular set I have tried out already with Stampin' Up! Ink and Distress Inks, and it works beautifully with both and with Versamark. A lot of their sets are outline stamps that you would color in, but I wanted to give this one a try because I just love these images. This is called Stunning Silhouettes, and they come all nice and clean and with a label so you can see what you're getting. And we're going to use this particular image, which is some kind of weed. I remember years ago I picked some and brought it in the house and ended up with a whole ton of ants, and I never did that again. But I don't know what it officially is, but it's a pretty image that we're going to stamp in Versamark and then do some inking over the top of that. So, get that on my block. I'm going to be working with this paper from Webster's Pages, the Color and Composition 6x6 pad. If I'm going to use designer paper on a card, I always pick that first and then take my colors from that. So I've pulled out some different colors here, some blues and greens and pink and yellow, and in playing around I discovered that I needed maybe a little bit darker blue there, so I also have some tumbled glass Distress ink that actually, it's supposed to be the same shade as Bashful Blue, or it kind of looks that way if you stamp it, but when you're working with water they can come out a little bit different color. So I always just keep a scrap card so I can get an idea of the arrangement. I'm going to put my designer paper down here, and my stamped image will go on a piece of watercolor paper here, and then some ribbon across and a sentiment. So let's get started by stamping this on some watercolor paper. I have a piece of watercolor paper cut 2.5 by 4 inches. I'm going to ink up my image in Versamark. Stamp it and go over it with some clear embossing powder. If I got it all on there. Always hard to see on this white paper. Looks good. Okay. Stamp. To get my background color, I'm going to use some ink on my acrylic block and then mist it with water. I'm not sure if these blues are going to be dark enough, but we'll try those. I'm going to start with some of those around the edge, and I want my pink and yellow color to be in the middle. Put it on the top. Kind of working from the lightest to the darkest. A little bit of pink. It'll take a lot of pink. Alright, put all this out of the way and then mist. Dip that down. Okay, that's kind of cool. I think it's going to need some more blue at the top, but I'm going to go ahead and dry this. Dry it some. I think I need a little more yellow there in the middle. Let's dry that off. More yellow. A little bit more. And I I know I want some more blue, and the markers are just not giving me enough blue. I didn't think they were going to work. So I'm going to use some tumble glass from Ranger, which is works really well with the water. Okay. That. Yeah, that's better. A little bit of blue up there on the top. Now the only thing about this I'm not crazy about at this point is that I can't see my design that well. So I think I'm going to get this good and dry. Actually kind of mop up a little bit of that blue there. And I'm going to go over the top of it with some Distress in antique linen, just directly ink to paper. Now I'm just going to take the Distress ink and go over the design itself. And that'll really bring out the image. Okay. So now you can see the image a lot better. And here's one I had done earlier, so you can get an idea. It's just, you know, how much ink you put and where you put it, and you get all kinds of different images. Okay. So let's see how this looks with the paper. Looks pretty with the paper. Could probably use just a tad more blue. I think I'm going to take a little bit of blue. And go directly around the edge of the paper in blue. Okay, for sentiments, the set has a really pretty with sympathy that would fit nicely here, except I don't really need any sympathy cards right now, but I do need some birthday cards. So I'm going to use a happy birthday sentiment, and when I don't remember whether they're even or not, I just test them on a piece of scrap cardstock, and this one needs to be tilted ever so slightly up when it's stamped. Get a good image. Of course I could use my Stamp-A-Majig, but this is faster. Okay, and that's just going to go down in the corner, and I'll assemble these pieces together. Before I put all of this together though, this blue cardstock, I want to run the distressing tool over the edge of it, kind of go with the rustic look of the paper and all of that water color design. So here's our final card, and I did add a little cardstock in dark chocolate to balance out the brown logo or sentiment down at the bottom. So thanks for watching, and visit my blog for more information.